If you have a business-based website that uses WordPress, then stop burying your head in the sand pretending your WordPress website is not at risk. Pay attention because this is important. Your WordPress website is under constant attack from hackers and digital thieves. Your entire financial future may be at enormous risk from cyber attack, theft, identity theft, and maybe even terrorism. Anyone who genuinely believes WordPress is secure is a very special kind of stupid. Your WordPress website is a security nightmare. According to the National Vulnerability Database, there are currently almost 800 security loopholes in WordPress. Now, I realize that the National Vulnerability Database sounds like a made-up name. Sadly, this is a very real US government department. There are a whole bunch of US government eggheads whose sole job it is to analyze and risk assess this sort of stuff. This is a national security issue. It even has its own website. And here's the evidence for WordPress. And it's because of things like this, the hacking of cars, at least the software in them. Even your strongest passwords may not be of any use anymore because they can now be hacked. And WordPress is used for an awful lot of targeting, especially by hackers, and we'll get into the reasons why that is. And most important of all are passwords and usernames, especially to hackers, because they can expand their empire by breaking into your website. There are countless other companies and organizations that have been embarrassingly lax with their security in recent years. Even the biggest of them can be affected, such as Apple, who had their developer site hacked back towards the end of 2013, and the site was down for almost 2 to 2.5 weeks. It's time you stop playing the victim, and in fact it's time to fight back. But in order to do that, you have to understand the weaknesses in your system and to remedy those permanently. Security starts with you, and well before we get anywhere near here. It actually starts right at your computer. And that is where our training will also begin, because your computer is a very important link in your overall security system. And yes, I know you have antivirus software installed, and so you should. When exactly, however, was the last time you actually ran a full scan? And even if you did run a full scan, do you understand what that is telling you about the health of your system? Because I'll bet you also let your kids use the same computer to play online games that you use to access your online bank account. But I don't want to turn you into paranoid schizophrenic. But I do want to equip you with the right tools and knowledge to understand and mitigate the risk. So you can relax, well, at least about security. What I will show you is not hard, carries no real technical challenges, and should be the basic standard for setting up WordPress. There are no excuses for complacency, no room for egos, and no matter how good you think your WordPress skills are, a hacker will break in eventually if they have information about the site owner, the right tools to automate the process, and time. Removing easy access to any one of these three things will make hacking your site so much harder. Notice, however, I did not say that this would prevent your site getting hacked. Anyone who tells you their WordPress site is 100% hack-proof is an idiot. There is no such thing as a totally secure website. Otherwise, the world's financial institutions would need to spend a vast amount of money, 80+ billion, fighting organized crime and hackers. During our presentation, we're going to concentrate on the information aspect of this information, tools, and time equation, because this is the only thing as a WordPress owner we can really control. We cannot limit the tools available to hackers, and we certainly don't control time. Wouldn't it be fun to be able to do that? It would have got me out of trouble many times. So controlling the information that is available about you and your WordPress installation is the only way to limit the likelihood of a hack being successful. The problem is that WordPress makes this disclosure of information way too easy. So our strategy should be to limit the information that is readily available. We're going to remove details about WordPress that can be used to gain access via known exploits. Remove or obfuscating information that would reveal details about administration accounts on our user IDs. The application of intelligent technology to lock out the bad guys. This is often referred to as two-step authentication. Protecting the vital information held in the WordPress database files. Understand the importance of a backup should it all go horribly wrong. We're going to show you how to sync all of your WordPress websites from a smartphone, and for the first 10 at least, it's actually free. So, let's talk plugins. We do use plugins, but as you're going to learn, there are over 2,600 plugins listed as security in the WordPress plugins repository as of today. And here's that result, 2,698. I recommend very few of them and use only specific plugins for very specific purposes. Why, I hear you ask? Because by the time I reach page 2 of this listing at WordPress, I am already seeing unsupported plugins that have not been updated since 2013, almost 14 months ago. Not all plugins are created equal. Most free plugins are unsupported in the long term, at least in my experience. So just because WordPress lists a plugin doesn't endorse it or prove its pedigree. It's a total crapshoot. So I will tell you what I use and why, then it's up to you, it's your website, and it's your choice. You can lead a horse to water, as they say. So join me and the rest of the Charlottesville WordPress group on March the 2nd for what will be a WordPress security brain dump, my brain. No fluff, no BS, just 45 minutes or more of raw, uncut, actionable information I use every day in my business, and you should be using it in yours. My name is Kevin, and I will see you on the 2nd of March. Thanks for watching.